It is a new day, it is a new era. A new chapter has begun. Every day is a new chapter when you think of it, because all we have is this moment. And as a country, we've been through a lot of stuff. We've had a history, a past. But that's long before us, and it all came before we were born. So talking about it, harping about it, obsessing about it seems like a very weird path to take. When it comes to the Bleeps, they have civil rights. They have every right. They have every opportunity. Everyone wants them to succeed. Just like we want ourselves to succeed. Because we're all human. You know, what is race? Race, please, what does that mean? There's way more important things than race. We can bond over just humanity. A common struggle to seek happiness and meaning in one's life. Friendship. Neighborliness. Or just general golden rule coolness. All of that should transcend race. We've had a black president, let's not forget. We've had black congressmen, black senators, black teachers, black bathroom attendants, black astronauts, all of it. There's nothing they can't do. They're here, they're black, we got used to it. Okay, what do you want? It is so beautiful to be living in this post-racial, tranquil, blissful, utopian future. We've come a long way, we're living the dream of Martin Luther King. And now to celebrate that dream, and to promote further unity between the races, I give you a bunch of school children from Alabama. They've written a song, and they're prepared to sing it for you. Ready, steady, go.
When we come to Washington in this campaign, we're coming to get our checks. Young prodigies.
Okay, I'm not ready to move on past that. I don't know if you are. I'm looking at a young Bleep in slave attire. I would say French maid, but I don't think that's a French maid. And this is a group called the Young Real Prodigies. And was that her talking about reparations and holding a gun? Seems kind of ominous. Seems like a shakedown. Seems like a scene at a dead president's. So the people in Alabama decided to dress their children up as slaves. Paging Dr. Freud. Paging any doctor. You people are mentally sick. You are a disgrace to the present. You've robbed yourself and your children of a future, and you're dwelling in the past because you are broken and psychologically dead inside. Get a fucking grip. Stop disgracing your ancestors and try to succeed in life without stealing our money. It will not happen. Not on my watch, over my dead body. Will you get reparations from me? Ain't happening. Suck a dick. Eat a pile of shit. But anyway, back to the song. Now, I believe in the Bleep community, that sound you hear, it comes up a lot. I'm not sure. I don't have a Ebonics expert at my beck and call. But when you hear the brah, 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 it's trying to simulate a gun sound. That's just a sound in their life. For me, a sound in my life is the microwave dinging or when my Pop-Tarts were done. Those are sounds I was familiar with growing up. They are familiar with brah, 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 which is a bit alarming, and the Second Amendment was a mistake.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check.
They're coming for their check, and they think Martin Luther King is the way to do that. Actually, wasn't Andrew Yang talking about MLK was in favor of UBI? A lot of abbreviations. Try to stay with me. So why don't you all vote for Andrew Yang and then just call that your reparations?
Reparations, say it loud. 1, 2, mic check. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Dream. My legacy, you can't stop me.
Literally, as a child, cash doesn't rule a single thing around you. These kids are puppets. They're reading lines that their parents wrote. Let me just let it play a little bit. Let it soak it up. Feel the vibe.
Coming for our 40 acres, ain't y'all 40 in our paper.
Kicking the door. Coming for our 40 acres and more. Our 6.4 trillion. Miss that no, we fought the Civil War.
We came from the poor.
Start from the bottom, we still on the floor. We pray to the Lord.
Amen.
Picking the cotton, our fingers are sore.
So what is this, theater? They actually feel entitled to money. She just talked about her fingers being sore from picking cotton. If this woman was out in the fields, she wouldn't be obese as a child. So there's that. But second of all, you didn't do this. Your pappy didn't do this. Nobody in your family tree has done this. Oh, and by the way, trees are going to be mentioned later in relation to lynching, obviously. So now it's just come down to this. They're holding guns and they're having their kids demand money from America because guilt. This is a weak argument, and I'm going to be watching like a hawk anyone on my side of the political aisle entertaining such a ludicrous notion. Reparations are a bullet in the back of the head of race relations in America. That's it. When you take our money and you spend it on something like that, give it to one race in the country, the most racist policy I've ever heard in my life, you've passed the point of no return. You are a lost cause. You've lost the plot entirely. But let's get back to the slave children chorus. Go ahead.
Straight out the underground, escaping from slavery, the only
The only cemeteries that we had were the trees. Healthy. Good job, parents. Sorry, my bad, parent. Good job, parent.
Watching our bodies while they blow in the breeze. Niggas to the north side to get free.
Oh, she natural like that.
That way came from slavery.
Grat, grat, grat. Bra-ta-ta-ta.
Where's on the mirror once you sit on me? Put her head on the door, but the werewolf schemes. Seek to the north side to get free.
You're still in Alabama. So if you want to get north and get free and all that, what happened? I mean, they are north. Don't get me wrong. They up there. They in Minnesota. They in Wisconsin. I was just in Brooklyn. They traveled. There was a walk of tears. Harriet Tubman was busy. Trust me.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check.
Where are you going with that gun? And where did here's a question. The people that made this video, is that one of their guns? Or is that a period piece gun? Is that what caliber is that? Why is your child dressed as a slave holding a gun?
Reparations, say it loud. 1, 2, mic check.
1, 2, mic check. And here's the thing. They call the song Reparations because it's a rap about reparations, but it's also rape-arations. So it could easily, I mean, the title of the song, look at it. That's Rape-arations. Now, if you want to discuss rape in the Bleep community and how it's disproportionate to everyone else, be my guest. You won't because you are a cat lady and you're drinking wine and you're looking for positive stories online. And disproportionate rape stats in the Bleep community is not a rabbit hole you're looking to dive into.
Green, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me.
I can't stop you? No, I'm pretty sure I could stop you. And I will try to stop any movement for reparations as the ambassador and the spokesperson and the advocate of white people the world over. And yes, that includes albinos in Africa. They're part of the team.
We coming for our 40 acres, HR 40 and our paper.
We taking them back. Putting Pettis Bridge on the map. Police came with the strap. That son nigga was bloody, no cap.
Ah, he's being antagonistic towards cops. Cool. That's probably going to work out well for you.
Speaking of cap, Kaepernick taking knees at the flag.
Wait a minute, Kaepernick's one of you? Oh, okay. How do you figure? He's raised by 2 white people in a white neighborhood. But okay, whatever. Continue.
Where my justice at? We built this nation, better give me them racks.
Better give me those racks. This is potentially the worst tourism ad for Alabama ever.
Just imagine a little bit of gasoline. 4 girls got burned back in 63.
400 years and we still ain't free. I'll rise, we rise, taking it.
400 years and you still ain't free. So I guess the philosophy I'm thinking about right now is people do what they want to do. So forget rhyme or reason, forget any justification for why you do what you do. You do it because it feels good. I feel good. So, for example, people smoke. They smoke pot, they smoke cigarettes. Why? Because they like it. It feels good. They know it's killing them. Well, I mean, the smoking probably worse than the weed, but it's bad for them. They know that. But they're like, I don't care. I do it because I like it. So for them to sing this, for the parents, for this community to get together and say, 400 years we still ain't free. I mean, are they being loose and easy with English? Obviously they are. Their grammar is a disaster. But are they being poetic with that? You are free, you assholes. You're free. And what have you decided to do with your freedom? You've decided at the age of whatever, Tamir Rice was 12, to bitch about the fact that you're not free. I would love to have a conversation between actual slaves from 200 years ago and these people. And just to watch that. And the slaves would be like, man, my life sucks because I'm not free. I'm a slave. And they're like, yeah, man, me too. And they're like, wait, what? You are free. You're free. You don't work. You have no chains around you. You ain't beaten on. Nah, man, because, Kaepernick, man, he's not even a starting QB. What? Shut the Kaepernick. Have you ever seen Kaepernick's nose? You think a guy with a nose like that is a bleep? Are you, dude? Compare Rodney Reed's nose to Kaepernick's nose. That's the same group of people? No. It's time to come up with new words.
Kaepernick. Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations, say it loud. 1, 2, mic check. Green, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me.
Coming for our 40 acres, HR.
And now where did you find the KKK outfit in Alabama? Who was tasked, what intern, what PA was told to go out and find a Klan robe? That's healthy. That's not scarring for that kid. But hey, good job, bleeps, and good job, regressive whites. Keep the Klan alive. Way to go. Way to really figure out the message. It's very enlightened of you. What? There was a group of people who were hateful and racist and awful? Well, I know what to do. Let's always talk about them and keep them alive in the hearts and minds of people today, even though these people are all dead. Dead, gone, buried, goodbye, scrap heap of history.
We stuck in the trap with no shoes trying to pull a bootstrap.
And that was pathetic. So he's saying his people, they can't lift themselves up from their bootstraps. They got no shoes. They po. Real po. And apparently they're helpless. So every other group of people can succeed in the span of one generation. Their children have a better life than the parents. They're hardworking, they hustle, they get it done. Every other group, except for you. And you've been there for, like you say, 400 years. 400 years? Well, I'm not going to count them all against you. I'll count the last 100, though. Yeah, you can't get it done in 100 years? 150 years? Come on now. And so what is their solution? Ask Uncle Devon for money? Or sorry, ask white people. Hey, whites, fuck you. First of all, fuck you. But then also give me money. You can't stop me. Give me that money, whites. I got to get those racks. Brah.
Increasing the gap. Wealth got bigger, so we had to adapt. Discriminated because we black. I know you're worth more, and I know it's a fact.
I know I'm worth more, and I know it's a fact. What are you worth? You have 0 job skills. You're worth literally nothing.
They tryna feel scraps. Strike me on board so we can't come back.
30 years ago on April 19, you said and try chemical read.
If it happened to them, think it happened to me.
Oh, yeah. I hope you're looking at the lyrics, and I put the lyrics, that's from a different video, but I put it at the bottom because, I mean, like my girlfriend always says, she can't understand them. Literally doesn't understand the words coming out of their mouths. So he just listed off the Central Park 5, and he's saying it could happen to him. So his parents have told him to look up to, and they're about to call him the exonerated 5. Fucking heinous. They are idolizing 5 rapist thugs who assaulted people, threw rocks at them, bashed their heads in, robbed them, and then raped a woman. Those are heroes in the minds of these people. So what you've seen there is a transfer of stupid. It's a transfer of immorality and stupidity from parent to child. And now these children are going to parrot it. They're like, okay, cool. I'll roll with that.
Screaming out ready 5 to a free. Prodigy. Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations saying loud. 1, 2, mic check. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Dream. My legacy, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40 and our paper.
Young prodigies.
Y'all gotta pay me. Gotta get the cash. Gotta get the dough.
Oh my God. Can we just put up a 2019 on that? Wow, that's what we're experiencing today. Sad. Super sad. I gotta say, man, as the ambassador of the white race, the State of the Union of white people is strong. It is strong. And you can stand up and applaud as if I'm giving the State of the Union. And when it comes to the Bleep community, ooh-wee. They got some entrepreneurs, they got some go-getters in that community, but they got a huge chunk of problematic people holding a big-ass gun, dressing their kids up as slaves, demanding money from the US government. Oh my God, it's a disgrace. Yikes, bro. It's sick. The people who made this are sick. And if you ever wonder to that portion of that community why they don't succeed today, and I'll tell you why. Because they're not living in today. Look at this. Obviously, they're living in the past. A past that they were not even a part of. They're traumatized by shit they read in a book. What else can you call this but weakness? Failure. It shall not stand. It wouldn't stand in my community. I don't know why you guys give it a pass in yours. I can't wait for a group of young white kids to perform a rap song about how they endured the bubonic plague. That would seem pretty normal and psychologically sound, don't you think? Later.